What is up, guys? My name's Landon, and today we're bringing you guys another video here today. Today what we're going to be doing is actually talking about Today we're going to be talking about MLG World Finals. Big event, everyone knows about it. It's like composing of Call of Duty, Smash, Smite, Dota 2, a lot of games going on at this certain event. But in a Call of Duty stance, is this, or could this possibly be, Call of Duty's way of saying farewell, or MLG's way of saying farewell to the Call of Duty scene? Alright, so I do have a notebook. We're going to be writing down a couple things that could possibly be, relating to the fact of MLG leaving Call of Duty. So the first thing, obviously, it is going to contain other esports. So that kind of automatically takes a toll. It's not just Call of Duty, it is other esports. And keep in mind, it's like $250,000. That's a pretty big prize pool for an MLG event. And from what they've said, I believe Sundance has tweeted out saying, you know, this is going to be all out of pocket. You know, we're paying for the players to be here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and the way that they're doing it is looking like it could possibly be the final event that MLG does have for Call of Duty. So the first point that I want to write down is other esports. So write down other esports. They've been really taking, part in a lot of other stuff. You look at different things and you say, like, what other esports have they really been getting into? There's two games that I'm really looking at for them to get involved with that they already aren't. Actually, one of them they already are. It's really Rocket League. They are taking control of Rocket League and just, firing away at that scene, which I'm really happy about. Rocket League's a fantastic game, and I've really enjoyed it. They've been kind of implementing esports stuff here and there, but with the MLG Pro League for Rocket League, the amount of attention that they've given Rocket League, it's great. It's fantastic for the Rocket League community, and they're very thankful to MLG for bringing them up and whatnot as well. Another esport that I'm looking for them to get into is probably Smite. I know Smite already has their Pro League and stuff, but I'm looking for MLG to get involved in Smite if what we're talking about in this video is to be implemented, because they are involved with Dota, they're involved with Counter-Strike, the CBO League, they're involved, like I said, with Rocket League. They were previously involved with Call of Duty for the Pro League. Now that the World League has come into play, I think Smite is honestly a pretty good game. I'm not a fan of it, but the amount of attention that it's getting, and the amount of community that's behind it, it seems to be really growing. So we could definitely see MLG get involved, in Smite if they were to kind of, further themselves away from the Call of Duty scene. That major thing, we're definitely running this down. Get your pens out, we're running this down. Number 2, the World League. Now, for those who don't know, the Call of Duty World League will be done and basically taken control of by Call of Duty themselves, by Activision. This is run by themselves. In one of the articles, it says ran by Activision. I completely, took that out of the entire article and said focus on this. Because over the past couple of years, for those who don't know, in Black Ops 2 we had a thing called the Pro Circuit, meaning different events that MLG would host. Then toward the latter parts of Ghost, I don't know exactly when, I'm sure someone will put it down in the comments, at some point during Ghost, toward the middle or toward the end, there was implemented, or actually like a couple months after the beginning of Ghost. Either way, MLG implemented the Call of Duty League, or the Pro League, as everyone knows it as, the MLG Pro League, and they had a couple seasons. Obviously, we had into Advanced Warfare, much more serious. We had playoffs, we had, a bunch of different regulations that went into the Pro League for this year, and like I said, we had leagues, we had stats, we had, different matches set up every night, and partaking of this major Pro League. But now with the World League done by Activision, it kind of takes MLG out of their place. Now also, whenever they did mention the World League on the Activision and Call of Duty Twitter, usually if you're involved, you're going to retweet something like that. You're going to be involved in some way, by retweeting something. You look at businesses today, I'm really happy that we have a partnership with this company, Ford has a sponsorship with, yada yada yada. That company's going to retweet it. Like, the people who are involved with that company are going to retweet it. Like, you're going to see that all the time. MLG was nowhere to be found. No favorites, no retweets, no nothing. So that's also something to be kind of in control of, that most likely the World League will not be run by MLG this year. So that's another strike, obviously, that, MLG could have in relating to this event being their final one. Another thing for the World League is who's going to run it. Obviously, like we said, it's run by Activision, but is Call of Duty going to run it themselves? Probably not. We've seen many times, many of their reveals so far and stuff has been done by ESL. For those who don't know, most of you probably do know of ESL. They run so many different events. Most of the top events that you see are ran by and controlled by ESL. A lot of the leagues as well. But the main thing is that the league is most likely going to be ran by ESL instead of MLG. Now, you might be wondering, Landon, where are you getting all this information from? How would you even know this? So the other day, they announced that some casters who are going to be implemented in the World League are actually Maven and Mr. X, who previously worked for MLG. They're no longer working for MLG based on things that they've mentioned. The way that they've ran their Twitters, they've taken MLG out of their bios. I hate talking like that, and I hate bringing up stuff like that. But also another major thing is that esports COD has also followed ESL just the other day. They have, looking at their followings, they have PlayStation, and now their recent following is ESL. So that's a major thing in relating that it could and most likely will be ESL running the World League at the least. Now, could we see regular events done by or ran by the World League that have to do with ESL, ESL involving themselves more in Call of Duty? Most likely. We'll see major events done like that also. So with a major portion of what MLG has ran through this year, that's gone. The Pro League that they had is gone now. They don't have that in their midst anymore. What do they have left? Well, they have events. They can still run events, obviously, but what is MLG.TV going to do? That's another thing. We got to write that down also. What is MLG.TV going to do now? Because, they do have tournaments, but all of the news that we've seen, all of the reveals, I think they did something called the Black Ops 3 Friday live stream today, which is great. They announced another specialist, another map as well. That's not being broadcasted by MLG. That's being on YouTube Gaming. It's been on Twitch.tv. We're only being on those, streaming websites. There's nothing. Then if you were only watching MLG, you would be so lost in trying to find Black Ops 3 news, because nothing has been broadcasted on MLG.tv about Black Ops 3 besides stuff on the ESR and them talking about stuff that's happened. And will MLG.tv be streaming events next year? Will they, if they do have an event, most likely it will be on their website, at least in my opinion. If anything is going to happen, personally, I think that MLG will stay in the scene. It is a possibility that they do. It's a possibility that they don't. My only thing is that if MLG can manage to get events on their website, it will either be the fact of them gaining somehow a partnership with Call of Duty, which has disbanded this year. Obviously, for those who don't know, MLG's had a massive contract with Call of Duty going for the last 3 years, where basically a lot of the tournaments that are being ran, like UMGs, MESs, all kinds of different events are ran through MLG.TV, because that's the middleman. That contract no longer exists anymore. So the UMGs, like I said, the people that I mentioned so far, the smaller organizations don't have to go through MLG.TV anymore to run events, because they can run it on whatever they want to now. At least that's what it seems like. Along with ESL events, along with Call of Duty events, most likely being on Twitch and on YouTube Gaming as well. They could also be on MLG.TV if there is somehow a sponsorship or a deal or a contract mixed up together. Personally, I don't see why they would, no offense to MLG, but there's no reason to implement someone who's not really furthering anything. I think honestly what will go down will be MLG will have a pro circuit like they did back in Black Ops 2. They'll run events and they'll do stuff like this here and there. They'll not have any control of the Pro League, obviously, because now we have the World League, and they'll run certain events on their platform, and possibly when it comes to bigger events, if they do do have some type of contract, they could possibly run events on MLG.TV and also on Twitch and maybe on YouTube Gaming. Who knows what will happen. Recently, Halo signed a sponsorship with all three, Twitch, MLG, and YouTube. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, if it's going to be, triple platform where you can watch it on any single thing that you want to, but we'll see what happens. So, a lot of stuff going down, and like I said, the whole reason I'm making this video is because all the things leading up to this, why are they having a final event? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? And I totally appreciate what MLG has done. Just putting this out there, I am probably one of the biggest fans of MLG, not .TV, but MLG as a whole, because of what they've done for Call of Duty. If they wouldn't have been here, if they wouldn't have, implemented the stuff that they have, Call of Duty would not be here or be where it is right now without them. And we probably wouldn't even be having these opportunities that we are having without them either. So, I just want to put that out there. Wanted to let everyone know that. Not that I'm bashing MLG, because I'm not. I'm just trying to talk about where they're coming from as a business standpoint. Because if you're no longer involved in something, it kind of just depends on where you're at in the entire spectrum of things. Do you still want to be involved even though you've kind of been, taken out a little bit? It just kind of depends on how the whole and how all the situations, you know, kind of pan out. So with MLG World Finals coming up in, I want to say like a week now, it's getting really, really close, and I will actually be at that event, by the way. You know, this could possibly be the final event that MLG does. You know, we'll see what happens, guys. If you want to continue this conversation down in the comments, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments as well. Do you guys think that MLG will still be running tournaments? I do, but I want to know your guys' opinions down below, because there's been a lot of talk, a lot of speculation, Reddit posts and YouTube videos made about this possibly being MLG's final event, and the way that they're setting it up, and the way that, you know, it kind of seems like a farewell, to be honest. But I saw it on other, you know, broadcasts and stuff as well, kind of talking and mentioning about it. While it is just, you know, it is speculation for right now, it could be real, and you know, like I said, we'll see what happens, guys. Like I mentioned, put down in the comments your guys' thoughts. Do you think this could happen? Is it a viable option? Let me know down your thoughts. Like I said, in the comments below. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy or learned anything new, make sure to leave a like. And yeah, that's really been just about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And until next time, peace out.